Hello. All right. So I'm purposefully not putting my camera on because it's literally the middle of the night. I finished watching the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once, and I am very, very impressed by this movie. I I know in recent years that movies that have allegory in it and spirituality and metaphysical concepts in it have been more popular over the last few years, but this one definitely, oh my goodness, if it was nothing but a teaching in itself, the unraveling of the nature of the universe in a lot of ways, not some ways, but in a lot of ways. So um, almost immediately I started taking notes, um, things that stuck out to me. Um, let's see if I can just revisit some of the things that I noticed. Um, there were some things that were very obvious, and then there were some things that, unless you have decided to move upon the spiritual path in life, um, it might not necessarily resonate with you. So uh, I'm going to jump around. I'm going to try not to give too many spoilers. So, in one of the more obvious things, the Google Eye, um, you can even see it in trailers where it's placed on the forehead. So, the Google Eye unlocks a lot. Um, the the names. One of the first things that I started noticing were even the names. Like, I'm not maybe I should study this a little more, but like the meaning of names. But Evelyn, I just kept seeing it. I was like, I wonder why they chose this word Evelyn. So the first three letters E, I saw it as a Y, even though it's V. Um, E, Ev, E, the I, Evelyn, right? So Evelyn, and then Waylon, I wrote as a early, like I said, this was like as soon as like the movie started, I started seeing things. So Wayland, Wayman, sorry, Wayman, the block or the way. Okay, either the the block itself, much many of us know in the spiritual world about our blocks, or our blocks could also be our way if you have studied Joseph Campbell a little bit. Joy, the thing I wrote down for joy was seeking but not reaching. So that was just early impressions. But again, I don't want to get too far into this. I just want to give you some, like I said, first impressions. Um, the device that uh, many of the people were using is artificial, which, there are other things that we use artificially to try to unlock our pineal gland, you know, um, and it can be a helpful tool to begin the process. And there are some people who may be unlocking it naturally, and I believe again in the movie Joy was one of those people unlocking it naturally. And again, I don't want to get too deep into that, um, because of some movements that she was doing with her head, and made me right away realize like, oh, she's unlocking it herself. Um, let's see, the elevator. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the elevator was a metaphor in my opinion, just going up. You know what I mean? Ascending, literally. um, and then the pile. Again, I don't want to go too deep, but there was just so many things. Let's see. I want to write more of this out and more have a more formal type of discussion. Hope maybe live. I don't know. So put in the comments if you're interested in a live interaction discussion about my insights on this movie. I definitely want to do it. Um, the question is, do I want to do it live or not? So there was things, oh my gosh, like the verse jumping, that was great. Um, Other things that I noticed, Joy has no RAS. If you know what I talk about when I'm doing, um, some chats on spiritualness along with cognitive brain anatomy, you know what an RAS is, hopefully. But yeah, Joy didn't seem as though she had an RAS, and it's making her um, all seeing, but also taking in too much. Okay. And a lot of things, again, just kept running through. Nothing matters. Nothing matters. Okay. So I wrote that down. Going to the bagel, creating the bagel, your destruction, things like that. Okay. But yeah, this is super exciting. So I would definitely want to do a a breakdown of this movie for more spiritual insights. Like I said, I don't want to give away too much. I did write like I was writing throughout the movie. I was like, oh my gosh, this and this and this. So much like wonderful things there. Um, and I'm kind of glad I waited to see this movie because I feel like had um, I feel like when we're on our spiritual journeys in general, I do believe in divine timing, and it feels like for me this was a situation of divine timing because I know the movie came out um, a little while ago, and I didn't rush to see it. In the meantime, I was, of course, doing other things, having, reading and diving deeper into myself. So I feel as though I wasn't quite ready. And I'm not saying I'm ready now either, quite honestly. So I feel like, wow, a lot of this makes more sense. And I'm glad I waited. Um, there's still so much in this movie that I can just go like so deep into it. But again, I loved it, by the way. So I mean that I hope that wasn't obvious, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I'm definitely going to watch it again. I'm definitely going to break it down. Um, I liked the aspect, even the making, let's see, the delivery system of this movie. Like, there's such genius in this movie already. Like, how they came up with how to do certain things um, film wise. So, I guess, like, cinematography, amazing. Um, I'm sure the artistic director, oh my gosh, like there was just so much that was there that was just great, just awesome. And yeah, I just like I said, I wanted to capture this moment, my awe in this before I retire for the evening. But I definitely want to do a I don't want to say a review, but a breakdown of this movie. Um, there are a few movies that often thought were spiritual allegories, things like The Wizard of Oz, a spiritual allegory. And yeah, so make sure you tune in, make sure you hit the subscribe, make sure you do all the things. Okay. Um, I will definitely let you know when I am preparing my notes and I want the discussion. So if you are interested, please make sure you keep informed on when or if I go live with a breakdown, or if I just need to just go ahead and record it and just have people watch. So yeah, take care.